Canada isn't just a country, it's a vast, wild playground for adventure seekers. Forget the stereotypes of maple syrup and hockey. This land is epic, empty, and untamed. Here, a traffic jam means seeing another car all day, and the best roads aren't on any map. We're talking about tracks carved by glaciers, paths only bears know, and journeys to the literal edge of the world. These are not just drives, they're expeditions that test your nerve, your machine, and your sense of adventure. Buckle up, we're counting down the 5 most extreme road trips you must experience in the Great White North. If you crave wild horizons and real adventure, hit like and share with your ultimate crew. First up, British Columbia's Whipsaw Trail, 100 kilometers of pure off-road punishment, carved through some of the wildest terrain in Canada. This is where adventure seekers come to test their limits, and where even the most seasoned off-roaders find themselves humbled by the sheer brutality of the landscape. This isn't a road, it's a relentless battle between your 4x4 and a mountain that wants you gone. Every meter is a challenge, with the trail constantly throwing new obstacles in your path. Steep climbs, loose scree, and boulders that seem to grow larger the further you go. The Whipsaw is legendary for its brutal rock crawling, fields of granite teeth waiting to chew up your undercarriage. It's a place where only the toughest rigs and drivers survive, and where every scrape and dent tells a story of survival. Every wheel placement matters. One slip, and you'll hear that wallet-crushing crunch of metal on stone. Precision and patience are your only allies as you inch forward, knowing that a single mistake could end your journey. Rubble Creek is the trail's notorious gauntlet, a graveyard for axles and egos. Here, the rocks are sharper, the climb steeper, and the margin for error almost non-existent. Many have limped away with broken parts and bruised pride. You need ground clearance, lockers, and nerves of steel, plus a toolkit and enough supplies to survive a breakdown in the wild. Preparation is everything, because out here, the nearest help could be hours or even days away. There's no calling for help out here. You fix it, or you camp until you can walk out. The wilderness is unforgiving, and teamwork can mean the difference between making it through or spending a cold night under the stars. But the reward? Alpine meadows, crystal lakes, and mountain vistas few ever see. The sense of isolation is matched only by the breathtaking beauty that surrounds you at every turn. The violence of the trail gives way to humbling tranquility. You earn every view. The silence and serenity at sunrise make every struggle worthwhile, reminding you why you came. It's not just about conquering rocks, it's about self-reliance and the satisfaction of overcoming real obstacles. The camaraderie among drivers, the shared victories and setbacks, create memories that last a lifetime. The Whipsaw demands skill, patience, and humility. The mountain always has the last word, and respect for the trail is earned with every hard-fought meter. When you finally roll back onto tarmac, battered but triumphant, you know you've achieved something special. The sense of accomplishment is as real as the mud on your boots and the dust on your rig. So, which is tougher, rock crawling or deep mud? Let us know in the comments. We want to hear your stories from the trail. Next, Alberta's Icefields Parkway, a drive through nature's grandest gallery. This isn't about off-road heroics, it's about jaw-dropping beauty at every turn. The Parkway is a 232-kilometer ribbon through the Rockies, connecting Jasper and Banff. On both sides, towering jagged peaks and ancient glaciers glowing blue. You'll pass more than 100 glaciers, and you can even walk on the Athabasca Glacier, a humbling, unforgettable experience. The lakes, Peyto, Louise, are impossibly turquoise, colored by glacial silt. Wildlife is everywhere. Elk, bighorn sheep, and maybe even a grizzly. The speed limit is slow, but you'll go slower, stopping at every viewpoint. This is a drive to savor, not rush. A sensory overload of scale and color. The challenge here isn't mechanical, It's taking in so much beauty your brain can't keep up. It's a reminder of how small we are in the face of true wilderness. So what's your ideal ride for this road? Convertible, motorcycle, or panoramic sunroof? Now, north to the Yukon and the legendary Dempster Highway, a 740-kilometer gravel road to the Arctic Ocean. This is a route that few attempt, and even fewer complete. But for those who do, it's a journey into the heart of Canada's wildest frontier. This is the only all-season road in Canada to cross the Arctic Circle. It's a lifeline for remote communities and a rite of passage for adventurous travelers. The Dempster is not paved, it's a raised bed of sharp shale that devours tires. The jagged rocks are notorious for causing blowouts, and the road's rough surface demands constant attention. Bring at least 2 spares and know how to use them. You'll need both. Tire changes are almost a rite of passage here, and being prepared can mean the difference between adventure and disaster. For most of the journey, there's nothing. No towns, no gas, no signal. The silence is profound, broken only by the crunch of gravel beneath your tires, and the wind across the tundra. Just you and the wild. The sense of isolation is both humbling and exhilarating, a reminder of how small we are in this vast landscape. Eagle Plains is the only outpost halfway. Fuel, a bed, and a bar. That's it. It's a welcome sight after hours of emptiness, but don't expect luxury. Self-sufficiency isn't optional, it's survival. You need to carry everything you might need, from food and water to emergency gear. The landscape shifts from boreal forest to the stark Ogilvy Mountains, then to endless tundra. Each kilometer brings a new horizon, a new challenge, and a new sense of awe. Crossing the Arctic Circle is a milestone. Trees vanish, and the world opens up. The air feels different, and the sky seems to stretch on forever. Weather is unpredictable. Sun and snow can swap places in minutes. One moment you're basking in sunlight, the next you're driving through a sudden squall. Your vehicle is your lifeline. Break down and you're on your own. Rescue could be hours or even days away. The reward? Reaching Tuktoyaktuk on the Arctic Ocean, dipping your toes in the frigid water. It's a moment few will ever experience, and one you'll never forget. You've driven from the heart of the continent to its northern edge, a true overland pilgrimage, and a testament to your preparation and perseverance. The Dempster strips travel to its essentials: preparation, nerve, and respect for the wild. Out here, nature is in charge, and you're just passing through. What's your must-have item for a trip this remote? Let us know what you'd never leave behind on the road to the top of the world. Next, Quebec's Trans-Taiga Road, the most remote road in North America, and perhaps the loneliest stretch of gravel you'll ever encounter. Its eastern end is 745 kilometers from the nearest town, further than London to Edinburgh, and with nothing but wilderness in between. Built for hydro projects, it's a 666-kilometer gravel ribbon into absolute solitude, a feat of engineering that slices through the heart of the boreal forest. The scenery is endless taiga, lakes, and rivers. Beautiful but relentlessly monotonous. There are 0 services, no gas stations, no stores, not even a cell signal for most of the way. Once you turn off the James Bay Road, you're on your own, truly cut off from the rest of the world. You must carry all your fuel, food, water, and spares for the 1,300-kilometer round trip. Preparation is everything out here. No one is coming to help. If you break down, you wait, or you walk, sometimes for days. This is the ultimate test of self-reliance, where your skills and your mindset are your only safety net. Wildlife is abundant: black bears, foxes, wolves, and caribou. Encounters are common, and you're a guest in their world. The road ends at Kaniapiskau Reservoir, a man-made lake, not a town, not a destination, just a quiet edge of the map. You drive for days to reach a boat ramp, then turn around and do it all again, retracing your tire tracks through the wild. The sense of accomplishment is quiet, internal, no crowds, no fanfare, just you and the wild, and a silence that lingers long after you leave. The return to civilization is jarring after such deep silence, the noise and bustle, almost overwhelming. This road isn't for everyone, but for those who crave solitude and challenge, it's a pilgrimage, a journey into the heart of nowhere. Could you handle the silence of a road like this? Would you embrace the isolation, or would it drive you back? What's your longest off-grid trip? Would you dare to take on the Trans-Taiga? Finally, the Canal Road, the ultimate test for off-road adventurers. Built during WPOO, it's a 450-kilometer ghost of a military project, now mostly abandoned. The southern section is barely maintained, the northern part is a ruin, washed out, overgrown, and littered with relics. Attempting the North Canal is a serious expedition. Months of planning, a highly modified vehicle, and a convoy are essential. You'll face dozens of river crossings, fast, deep, and dangerous. Timing is everything. The road is a mess: collapsed bridges, riverbeds instead of road, and rusting trucks from the 1940s. It's a drive through a wilderness graveyard, a haunting reminder of nature's power. The scenery is spectacular, but you'll be too busy surviving to enjoy it. This is for the most experienced, prepared, and determined adventurers. There's no prize at the end, just the satisfaction of survival. The Canal is legendary, a whispered challenge among off-roaders. It demands mechanical skill, navigation, and above all, mental resilience. What's the most important trait for tackling routes like this? From BC's rock gardens to the Arctic's gravel, Canada's wild roads are unmatched. These aren't just drives, they're challenges set by the land itself, demanding respect and rewarding the bold. In a world that feels mapped and tamed, these journeys let you be truly, magnificently lost. Your car becomes your partner, your shelter, your key to adventure. So, which Canadian monster is calling your name? Rank your top 3 in the comments. If this video inspired you, smash like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more epic drives. Share with someone who understands the call of the wild. Thanks for watching. See you on the trail.